Welcome back to USA Car Reviews, the channel where we dive deep into America's most legendary machines and give you the inside look at the vehicles that shaped our roads, our culture, and our lifestyle. Today, we're going back to the mid-90s, to a time when Ford trucks were solid, dependable, and carried that unmistakable classic American attitude. This is the 1996 Ford F-150 XLT 4x4, one of the most iconic pickups of its era and a truck that still turns heads nearly 3 decades later. The 1996 model year holds a special place in Ford's truck history. This was the last year of the 9th generation F-Series, a body style that ran from 1992 through 1996 and gave us that smooth front fascia, the rounded nose, and a much more modernized design compared to the boxier trucks of the 80s. When you look at this XLT, you can see exactly why people still love it. The chrome grille, the squared but slightly softened headlights, and the bold Ford blue oval right in the center all scream 90s American truck design. It's simple, it's rugged, and it's instantly recognizable. The XLT trim in 1996 was the top of the line for the F-150. This meant you weren't just getting a bare-bones work truck, you were getting a pickup that mixed utility with comfort. On the outside, the XLT came with chrome bumpers, chrome mirrors, bright trim, and often a two-tone paint scheme that made the truck pop on the road. The styling still looks fantastic today because it reflects a time before trucks were overloaded with unnecessary styling gimmicks. It was clean, tough, and practical. Under the hood, the 1996 F-150 XLT 4x4 came with a range of engines, but the most popular choices were the 4.9-liter inline-six, the 5.0-liter V8, and the legendary 5.8-liter Windsor V8. The inline-six was known for its durability and torque, making it a favorite for people who needed a reliable workhorse. The 5.0 brought that smooth V8 rumble and a little more power for highway driving. And of course, the 5.8 Windsor, with 210 horsepower and 325 pound-feet of torque, gave this truck some serious grunt for towing and hauling. The engine lineup was paired with either a 5-speed manual or a 4-speed automatic transmission, and the 4x4 system meant you could take this truck from the highway to the mud without hesitation. The ride quality in the 1996 F-150 was exactly what you'd expect from a truck of this era: solid, durable, and a little bit bouncy compared to today's more refined pickups. But that's part of the charm. You feel the road, you hear the engine, and you know you're driving something that was built to last. The suspension was simple but effective, and the 4x4 drivetrain gave it plenty of off-road credibility. This was a truck that farmers, contractors, outdoorsmen, and everyday drivers could count on in all conditions. Step inside the cabin of the XLT and you'll find that Ford was beginning to pay more attention to comfort and convenience in the mid-90s. Cloth bench seats or optional captain's chairs provided plenty of space, and the dashboard was functional, with large dials, simple controls, and that classic 90s Ford steering wheel. The XLT trim gave you nicer upholstery, carpeting, and often a cassette stereo with AM/FM radio that was state-of-the-art for the time. Air conditioning, power windows, and power locks were also available, giving the truck a more upscale feel compared to the base models. What makes the 1996 F-150 XLT 4x4 so beloved today is not just the way it looks or drives, but what it represents. This truck came out right before the massive shift in the pickup world, when trucks started becoming luxury vehicles and family haulers more than work machines. The 96 still carried that old-school DNA, a truck built to do real work, but with just enough comfort to make daily driving enjoyable. It represents that perfect balance of rugged utility and approachable comfort, something many enthusiasts feel modern trucks have lost. Collectors and enthusiasts today seek out these 9th generation F-150s because of their durability, their timeless styling, and their relative simplicity compared to modern trucks. They don't have complicated electronics, they don't drown you in screens, and they don't require specialized knowledge just to change a part. These are trucks you can wrench on in your own garage with a basic set of tools. That do-it-yourself friendliness makes them incredibly appealing for anyone who values independence and reliability. Another thing worth noting is the cultural significance of the F-150. In 1996, the F-Series was already the best-selling vehicle in America, a title it had held for years and would continue to hold for decades to come. Owning a Ford truck wasn't just about getting from point A to point B, it was about belonging to a tradition of American toughness and capability. The F-150 XLT 4x4 embodied that spirit better than most, and it's one of the reasons you still see these trucks running strong on the road today. When you see a 1996 F-150 XLT in red, green, or even the two-tone paint schemes that Ford loved to use at the time, it immediately transports you back to an era of tailgate parties, country backroads, and long workdays with a truck that wouldn't let you down. It was the vehicle you used to haul lumber, tow your boat, or just cruise through town with pride. Even today, people wave, smile, or ask questions when they see one in good condition. That's the kind of respect this truck commands. So what does the 1996 Ford F-150 XLT 4x4 mean in today's market? For enthusiasts, it's a classic worth preserving. For collectors, it's a chance to own a piece of Ford history without breaking the bank. And for everyday truck lovers, it's proof that you don't need a brand new model with all the gadgets to have something reliable, functional, and fun to drive. These trucks continue to hold their value because they were built with honesty and strength, qualities that still resonate with people across the country. At USA Car Reviews, we believe the 1996 Ford F-150 XLT 4x4 is more than just a truck, it's a symbol of an era. An era when vehicles were built to last, when trucks were trusted partners, and when driving one meant you were part of something bigger, part of the American road itself. Whether you're looking at it from the perspective of history, utility, or nostalgia, there's no denying that this pickup remains one of the most memorable Ford trucks ever made. That wraps up today's review. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1996 Ford F-150 XLT 4x4, make sure to subscribe to USA Car Reviews for more classic American rides, modern truck breakdowns, and everything in between. Leave a comment telling us your favorite memory with an F-150, and let's keep the conversation going. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next review.